Today I was going to show my tourque app. I think it's the Tourque Pro is what I actually have. I got it, I've had it a few years, been using it, and I love it. I mean, it's not as good as like a big handheld computer, you know, like a Snap-on or something like that, but just to kind of cut your check engine light off and see what the codes are showing just for yourself, it works really good. And all you need is the Tourque app, and you need, I don't know if you can see this, I believe it's called a panlong. This is one of the cheapest adapters I can get off eBay. You can see that, and I think it costs like 15 bucks, and it works great for what I need it for. And I have friends who have went off and bought the gauges for their truck, and I do a lot of heavy towing. We're towing a 29-foot toy hauler, bumper pull toy hauler right now from Indiana down to North Carolina. And normally if I'm pulling small trailers, I don't really worry about it. But today when we hooked to this one, because it's so big and it's so heavy, I wanted to just check my exhaust gas temperature and my boost and see just where was I at, you know, on a trailer this heavy. And we'll be going through the mountains. We'll be going through North Carolina, and, you know, it's nice to be able just to touch a button and look and see. And you don't have to go out and buy all those gauges and, you know, run wires, drill holes, anything like that. And then if you need your OBD2 port, you just pull this out. And I've used this in Jeep, Toyota, Chevrolet, Ford, pretty much anything with OBD2 connector. You just plug it in, open the Tourque app, and it comes on, and like I say, you can clear your check engine codes with it. It actually even has a website. If I had a code in the truck, it would do it right now, but I can't show you because there's no codes, where it will actually go to the website and look up what you have, you know, what the possible causes for that code are. They're not always accurate. Like I say, 15 bucks, $6, you know, you're like less than $25 in scan tool that can cut your light off, and that's pretty awesome for that price. But you get what you pay for, you know. Also, I've been having StabiliTrak issues on the truck. If the light keeps coming on, kicking the cruise off, I unplugged that one day. I was leaving it plugged in all the time. I've not seen the light since. I'm not going to go as far as to say that fixed my issue, but these trucks are pretty picky about voltage, and it is a possibility the $15 adapter could have been kicking my light on the whole time. Not sure, but anyway, I'll show you how it works. You just reach down, plug it in under the dash. Like I say, every late model vehicle has got most all late model vehicles got an OBD2 port. And then if I can get my lovely assistant here to set this down right here. If you can see my phone, we'll touch on the Tourque app. It comes up like that. I'm gonna close this up real quick, see if I can darken it up some for you. And that's what you get when you first open it up. I'm actually going to, well, I don't know how it's gonna show better. I guess come back a little bit right there. So there's the app. And you can see it picked up that fast. And the RPMs are, that's what they are. And then if you want to check for codes, you go right here, and then it says tap to scan for faults. You do that, it only takes just a couple of seconds, and you know, normally it should come back and say no codes available, but I'll show you how to go through the motions on that too. It does take a minute, but you know, it's still, for what it is, yeah, I think it does really good. Alright, see, 0 faults, but if it did, let's say that it did have a fault, you come up and click that, and here's refresh, freeze frame. You can save the log, you can actually share it with someone else. Clear faults on ECU, that'll cut the light off. And I did have an issue on this truck with a number 5 EGT sensor, and it would cut the light off, and it would stay off until I cut the ignition off, cut it back on again until I got that sensor changed. Real-time information. This is the main thing I'm using it for now. Like right now, I can leave that up and on for as long as I'm driving the truck. You can pop that out. I got my Corvette and I have it set up under a different profile for different things, because of course you don't have the EGT sensors, you don't have the charge air cooler. And then for this truck, what you do if you want to add a gauge is, and then it shows your, if you go in and set up your profile with the weight of the vehicle and all the different specifics, it'll give you your 0 to 60 and quarter-mile time and horsepower just around the bottom. Is fine. I wouldn't say it's deadly accurate, but it's something to do. These are all the EGT sensors together, 4 of them anyway. And if I wanted to add another gauge, I would come to that, just push, tap, and hold the screen, display, come down, pick the style of gauge that you want, and I kind of like these. And then anything that's lit up in green, see that one's lit black, anything that's lit up in green is a sensor that it's reading. And then like air fuel ratio, if it's not lit up, it doesn't have the sensor, it won't get it. But there's quite a few, it's a long list of stuff on here that it'll get. And then you got a lot of stuff that's not very handy, but most of it I think is pretty handy. But depending on the vehicle, if you unplug it from this vehicle and plug it in another one, different things, whatever, it'll pick up whatever sensors it has. So anyway, just to give an idea of how it works. Let's see, go back, and I'm going to take off, and I'm going to let all the gauges fluctuate as I'm taking off, and then I end the video. That guy doesn't take her hood off. But I do have someone else holding it. I'm driving, but they're holding the tablet, so I'm not distracted driving and such. It also has alarms that you can set, so if your EGTs get over so high they will start flashing your charge air cooler, oil temperature, you can go in and set that up. I didn't think to show you before I started driving, but you'll notice the EGTs will start climbing as everything else goes up. This one here, I think that one is vacuum, and with it being on a diesel engine, I'm not real sure. I just wanted something to fill that hole right there. Air temperature, coolant temperature, fuel pressure, depth pressure, charge air cooler, oil temperature. And now we're accelerating, gonna get on out here in the traffic, pulling a 29-foot car hauler, or toy hauler. You can see they're all picking up just like they're supposed to. And I'm pretty much almost flat-footed it to 0 to 70, coming off the ramp to 70 miles an hour. So I didn't get high enough to trip any of the alarms, but the gauge will start flashing, and you can also set it up to beep as it goes. I thought that was pretty handy. But anyway, I hope y'all found this informative, enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. I appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.